Denis, welcome to Coffee with the Editor. It's so lovely to see you, albeit virtually. We're discussing today quite an important topic in terms of the Railway Safety Regulator and the review of the current SMS determination for the railway industry. So it's quite an exciting time. But before we dive into that, if you could just introduce yourself for my audience and let them know who you are and what your role is at the Railway Safety Regulator.
My name is Denis Owaga. I'm the current head of safety permit management at the Railway Safety Regulator. We, at Safety Permit Management, we process permits applications from operators, and we issue permits to all railway operators who are legally conducting railway business here.
So, Denis, tell me more about why this review is so important and what is the current SMS determination used for?
The review is critical because we've been having the current SMS determination since May 2018. We use the SMS determination. It's used by operators when they're applying for their safety permit with the RSR. Railway safety permits are issued to all RSR operators that have a safety management system in place. The SMS must be aligned to the SMS requirements set out by the RSR in the SMS determination. So that's why it's quite key to have the SMS determination in place.
How is it applied in terms of the safety permit? Does it give like a list of things that the operators need to comply with? What is the nitty-gritty around the documentation?
The documentation it's divided into three processes. You have the process for design and improvement. You have the processes or the procedures for implementation. And then, of course, you have the operational activities. Under each of these processes, you have elements, and under every element, you have a sub-element. Now, what this is doing differently from what the previous standards, which was SANS 3001, did is it provides a step-by-step guide for the operator with regard to how they're supposed to put together their safety management system. So that's how critical it is. It's made the operators' work much easier.
There is quite an extensive timeline to this whole review process. And one of them happens to be quite critical. It's the gap analysis. What exactly is involved in terms of the gap analysis?
The gap analysis seeks to see where we were, where we are, how effective the SMS determination has been to date, how effective the tools that go with it, one of which is the SPCAM, and whether it's user-friendly, whether it's actually achieving the objectives it was set for. So we get to combine that, and then we also get to see what has changed, global best practice, and then we see what we need to incorporate. So that gap analysis aspect of it is very, very important. We could find no need to change it, but we are likely to actually find need based on the feedback we receive from all the users.
Then what is the next step? So you get all the feedback, and then obviously you need to put a new document together.
What it includes is railway operator surveys. And see, it's very important that we get this feedback from the railway operators, after which we need to have our own internal workshops, RSR workshop, where we get to see what needs to be done in response to the feedback we've gotten from the operators. And then we do site visits at the operator sites just to verify that implementation is going on well. And also, we've actually lined up a whole lot of international visits to learn from the older regulators how well they've implemented and what better we can do.
I think just outline for us how the railway industry here in South Africa gets involved, the whole step-by-step process, and then who they need to contact afterwards.
We will be contacting the railway operators, and part of the survey, we contact the railway operators and give them an opportunity to actually give us the contact person on their side. We bring all the contact persons into one room or schedule sessions with them, depending on how big the operator is. And we go with them through the SMS determination step by step. They provide us feedback on what they've liked about the determination and what aspects of the determination they're unhappy with. And then we get to see what we can do about it, how we can actually change it to give the operators a much better experience. So basically, in a nutshell, that's what we get to do. The more detailed the whole process is, the more useful it becomes. So that's when we plan to do that. So what happens after we've revised this determination and it's been published, we then again sit with the railway industry and conduct a thorough training on what has changed, so as to enable the industry to better use the tool, the regulatory tool.